The 15th of July, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Good morning. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning.
And we're back to this case over here. Topful Cohen, famous sugya. All right. Let's see, where are we holding over here now? Okay, so okay, so we talked about this suffix tle that was used to redeem a suffix bechor chamor, suffix chamor bechor, whatever you want to call him. Suffix whether this donkey is a firstborn and he needs this pigeon or he doesn't need it. And so it comes out that don't know whether this tle is owned by the Cohen and he's Kodesh, or he's owned by the Yisrael and he's not. And we were exploring what it has to, how do we understand the Mishnah that says that the Sfeikus Niknasin Ladir Lihis Aser. Such a tle, which was used to be poda a suffix chamor, is niknasi ladir. It can become part of the group of 10, which we do the mitzvah of.
We lost him. I think the rabbi's.
Is he on or just on silent?
I think he's frozen. He's not silent because he doesn't have the red microphone. There he goes. He'll probably come back in a minute. Hello? Ah, you lost your electricity? Ah,
I'm here.
Lou, does he know how to get on from his phone? He's done that before.
what'd you say, Phil?
Can he get on with his phone? I use my phone most of the time instead of the computer. It's just easier.
Okay, let me just talk to him. Rabbi, if your wife is using her computer, then you have to have internet. Something's wrong with your connection to the internet. I would still suggest you call in on your phone. Well, we're in. Yes. Yeah, it made me the host when you dropped out, it made me the host, so I can let you in. That's right. Okay, see you in a minute.
Hello.
Hello, Rabbi.
We hear you.
Okay, Baruch Hashem. Yeah, I actually checked with my wife. She also doesn't have internet now.
Okay, that makes
So, it makes more sense, huh?
unfortunately, but
Okay, that's the thing, that things make sense, right? All right. So we are let's go from Visokadaita Sveka Boy Asure, which is 4 lines from the bottom of Vav Amud Beis.
Well, I'm at base. 4 lines from the bottom. Okay, we're on the next page. That should be 6B3. Esau Kedaisa, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the left-hand column on the 4 lines up from the bottom. 5 lines up from the bottom.
Very good. Okay, so please, Lou, take it away, the meeting host.
Esau Kedaisa, Daisach, Sveka, Boye, Asure, Isure. If it would if you should think that there's an animal of questionable status must be tithed, la'aser mi ma nafshach. Let him tithe the animals inside the pen, for however you want to view the situation, the outcome will be acceptable. Not sure I follow that. Let me read on. Di bar chiyuva hu, that if he is obligated, or if the animal is obligated to be tithed, shapir maaser. It's proper. It's a proper tithe. The lav bar chiyuva hu, and if the animal is not subject to being tithed, niftar b'minyan haroi. Each animal in the group is permanently exempted from tithing once it was included in a count that was fit to reach the requisite number. Oh, that's it. That's weird. I thought if he has 9 and then he gets 10, he has to tithe. This is saying no,
Yeah.
because he counted up 9, they're all exempt forever.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. What does this mean? Ilav bar chiyuvahu. If this animal is not a bar chiyuva, or maybe it's going on the group, the group of 10 animals. This group of 10 animals is not a bar asiri, not a group of 10 animals that need to be tithed, because there's one there, which is a question whether it belongs to the Yisrael or to the Cohen. Well, actually, you know what? We sorry to break this to you, but the truth of the matter is that we skipped the Mishnah. We skipped the Mishnah over here. Maybe we should go back to a couple lines. Go back to a couple lines, and
Yeah, that helps. That helps.
we
We're missing.
need to learn this Mishnah Kafatz Echad Min HaMenuyim. We didn't do this Mishnah yet.
Disnan, we learned in the Mishnah, Kafatz Echad Min HaMenuyim L'Cholchan. If one of the animals that had already been counted jumped back into the midst of the animals in the pen, and its identity cannot be ascertained, Kulan Peturin,
You
all
don't know which one.
of the
It's
Oh,
I don't know which animal. They're all, which one's the 10th? You don't know. They're all together. It's a mixed up.
No, but that's not what's significant here, Phil. What's significant here is that it's saying all the other ones are exempt, the ones that you can identify.
Kafatz Echad Min HaMenuyim L'Tochan. One of the ones that was already, in other words, we got to understand a little bit about how this whole tithing works over here, right? We got 10 animals. We got 10 animals, and here, just right off the bat, you should know we're not talking at all about the case of the suffix animal anymore. This is even though there's a suffix over here, but this is not the same suffix that we've been talking about before. So that's why it was so confusing to us what we read before we started reading this Mishnah, because here we are not talking about these 10 animals. All of them are definitely belonging to the owner, to the Israel, and they definitely all need tithing. So we have over here, in other words, a group of animals that are a bar asuri, without a doubt. But what happened is that what do you do over here? They're niknasim the deer. They all these 10 animals are supposed to go into like this narrow area where they go one at a time, and then the 10th one he gives them the slap, and that animal is the animal which is the Meiser Behema. It's Kaddish. It is brought on the Mizbeach, etc., etc. So now, but what happens if you got a guy who's got 100 animals over here, and he's got all these animals all over the place, and they're all animals are not so they don't listen so well. They do what they like to do, and so one of these animals that was being entered into the deer for the mitzvah of Meiser Behema, he was kafatz, and he was kafatz echad min hamenuyin, one of the ones that was already counted letochon. He jumped over the rail and he went letochon into the ones that had not yet been counted. That's what happened. Right? So in other words, what we have now is an animal that was already counted. He wasn't necessarily the 10th one, but he was one of the ones that was already counted. And then instead of staying where he was over there with the ones that was already counted, he jumped back into the area of the animals that had not yet gone through into the deer. So now he, as a counted animal, is mixed up with the other animals that have not been yet counted. So now, what's the halacha in that case? What's the halacha in that case? The Mishnah says kulan peturin. All of them are patur. Now, when the Mishnah says all of them, what is it referring to? Who's the them that we're referring to that are patur? So obviously, well, let's not obviously, because nothing is obvious over here in this sugya over here. We got some Rashis over here. I see. We got the Rashi. It's the bottom 2 lines from where the Rashi lines become really wide. They're the middle wide lines. 2 lines up from before they become really wide. And the Dibur Maskil is Kofatz Echad Min Hamenuyin.
Which one else? Which Rashi now?
Okay, so
Want to start with Kafat?
The Dibur Maskil is Kofatz Echad Min Hamenuyin.
Okay, he jumped in one of them from the counted ones. He Meiser Tlaim, that it is the Meiser of the sheep. The Hitchio, and he started Lemano to count them, Kishihi, like it is. Yotzim Pepetach. They were counting, and suddenly it suddenly went out a deer from the pen. Ad Shalo Hagia Lathara, until he didn't reach the number 10 yet. Kavatzachad Minaman, one of the ones that's been counted, had jumped Latocha deer inside the pen, the Enu Makiro, and he didn't know which one it is. So one of them kind of jumped in, and or a previous counted one. Now he's inside and he can't recognize which one that guy is.
Right.
So it kind of is. I guess it's kind of like he's losing his count of the people again. You know, you don't want to double count or not count at all or whatever. He's got problems.
Well, you have a situation here where you got in this area in other words, there's 2 areas of animals over here. There's the area of animals that have already gone through, that are already been counted, and then you got an area of animals, a different area, which you need to keep separate. And they're the animals that have not yet been counted. They haven't yet gone through the line and gone out and been counted. So they're called the uncounted animals. So now, but what happened now is that an animal that was from the first group, he jumped the rail, and now he's in a mixture. He's mixed up with the animals that are in the second group. So now what we have is, in the second group of animals, which all of them have not been counted, we got one of the animals in that group that has not been counted, who has yes been counted, because he jumped from the other group. So now, what do we say? The din is kulan peturin. Now I want to. So all of them are peturin. So we need to know what both of those words mean. When we say kulan, all of them, who's the them that we're talking to? And when we say peturin, what is it that they're exempt from? Let's see if Rashi helps us out.
Kulan peturin, they're all patur. Bain otan shiatso, whether the ones that went out, Bain otan shebetoch hadir, whether the ones that are inside the pen, whether they're inside or outside of the pen, the ifilu hain elef, even if there were 1,000 of them, shiatso, that went out, they'd be peturin. In brackets says shehem minyan shehem minyan root, because they're a fitting count.
Yeah, instead of that word shehem, I have a note that says you should take out that word shehem and put in the word mishum.
Mishum, so it says because it's mishum. Minyan root, it's a fitting count.
Mishum minyan haru'ui.
It's a fitting count.
Sheyotzu beturin, they go out mishum in haru'ui. Shemanon.
Shemanon. What's Shemanon? When you count them, when they're counted, a minion, the nun, it was fitting when it was counted.
They were part of a minion that was roy to be mashli.
Count to complete ulavo and to go ulachlau and to be included on Maisa the Amrinin the Bechoros, and it says in Bechoros v'hachi and here mitnin like it's a Mishnah lo minyan harui. This is not a kia. It's not a fitting count. He be pater. The otan and those shebetoch hadir, the ones that are inside the pen, are paturim. They're pater mishum zeh hamorav, because they're all mixed up. The chol asher yavor, that all will pass. Tachat Hasheva under the shabit, under the there's a thing you count them. You mark them with a staff or a scepter or whatever you want to call it. One of the pasuk says the lo she'avar, and the ones that don't pass kavar already. All achad have been counted. It's a suffix, kavar. It's already a doubt of you don't know if it passed already. You don't know if you're recounting them. Once they come back in, you don't know if you count. You don't know if you double count them. You don't know if you've been counting them twice.
Wow, this is incredible halacha over here.
I don't get it. Why don't you just say you got 10 animals there? You got one of them that you counted already, so just forget about that. Just count them again.
Yeah, but one of the animals there you has already been counted.
You counted it, he jumped out and he came back in, so you don't know if you counted the same animal twice or not.
Why not?
So
because they're mixed up. It's all mixed. It keeps wording the word. They mixed up. You don't know. You can't recognize which animal's which.
So just count. What's the difference?
You don't know.
Because each animal has to be, each one of the animals that goes through the deer, in order to make 10, has to be an animal that needs to be that needs to go through the deer, and there's one of them there that already went through, and so that one spoils that. What that means is that on each one of them that's going to go through, we're going to say, "Oi, we can't. This one is maybe this one is the one that already went through, so he doesn't count." And we're going to say that on each one of them, even if there's 1,000 of them, because we don't know where that one that jumps into this group of 1,000 ones that have not yet been counted. We don't know where he is, but we need to be choshesh. We need to be concerned for the possibility that any one of these 1,000 is that one that jumps, and if so, then the whole thing is the whole. We can't do it. We can't do the whole thing. We need to in order for to have a vadai a series, in order to have a definite 10th animal, which is Kaddish, we need to have that all 10 that went through were ones that never went through before to be counted. So that's why we can't just say, okay, well let's just keep counting and everything will be okay. But the halacha over here is incredible. What the Rashi is saying, right? we got two groups of animals over here. We got the animals that are on this side of the thing, already been counted, and they got animals that are not yet gone through on the second group of animals. So I was wondering, when it says all of them are exempt, who's the all of them we're talking about? Rashi says all of them. Both groups are putter. Every single animal in each one of these two groups is now exempt from the is now exempt. Now, they all have the same din. Now, what does this mean that they all are putter? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I think what Rashi
Confusing.
means to say is that, well, I'll just leave it with this because we're already out of time. I think what he means to say, they're putter, meaning they cannot be used. You cannot do the mitzvah of Ma'aseh Behema with these animals. You can't do it. I think that's what we mean when we say that they're putter. But we'll check it out again tomorrow. Bez Hashem.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay. All the best. Good idea to call in.
Okay, thanks. Well, when in doubt,
something anyway.
I'm gonna be calling tomorrow, so I'm going to be on the road. So I will call in. So I'll be on my phone on the road. Okay. Take care.
Oh, okay. Very
See you.
good. Be well, Phil.